So let's begin section 2. I'll be asking 2 questions about pictures I'll put up on the screen. I want you to listen carefully and respond. The first question I ask will be, when does this scene take place? Our second question will be, what does this student wish for? Or what is the wish in this scene? Okay? So listen carefully and pay attention to the pictures I put up on the screen. Okay, in our first picture, when does this scene take place? Look at what the children are wearing. Are they wearing warm clothes or are they wearing cold weather clothes? Would the children want to be sprayed with water in the winter time or in fall? No, it's too cold to be sprayed with water. So we're left with summer and spring. Well, are students in school in the summer? No, they are not. So the scene takes place in the springtime. Now, what does the student wish for in this scene? What does the student want to happen? What do they want to be able to do? We see one student holding a fire hose, spraying the water. We can also read the passage. Very good. The student wishes to be the one to spray the water. Very good. On to the next picture. When does this scene take place? Well, it's snowing and it's very cold looking. Well, when does it snow? Very good. Winter time. This scene takes place in the winter. Very good. Now, what does the student wish for? We can see the snow, we can see what they're doing, and we can also read the passage. The student wishes for just at least one snow day. Very good. On to the next picture. In this picture, when does it take place? Now, it's a little hard to figure out because they're indoors and everything. But we can make some guesses as to what it could be. Okay? So, well, when does school take place? Well, it takes place in the fall, the spring, and the winter. Well, that means we can take summer out. Well, we can tell they're indoors, so it's really hard to tell what it's like outside, what the weather is like. Well, if we can't tell what the weather is like, we can look at their clothing. What are the people wearing? Well, some are wearing warmer clothing, and some are wearing cool clothing. So, we know it can't be winter time because not everyone's dressed up really warm. So, in this scene, it either takes place in the fall or the spring. We don't have enough information to tell exactly when it is, but we're able to get it down to 2 seasons. Okay? Now, what does the student wish for in this picture? What are the student and all the other people doing in there? Well, they have a skateboard. And if we read the passage, we can see what the student wants. The student wishes for a skateboard day. Very good. Now, let's go on to the next picture. This is also another hard question to answer for this. This is also another hard picture to answer the question about. When does this take place? Well, once again, are students in school during the summer? No. So we can rule out the summer. And are the students wearing a lot of warm clothing? No, not really. Some are wearing shorts and some are wearing a t-shirt and jeans. So we can go ahead and assume again that this is either in the spring or fall. Okay? Now, what does the student wish for in this picture? Well, we can see he's much taller than everyone else. And we could read the passage and it'll give us an even better idea. Very good. The student wishes to be tall when he's measured. Very good. Now let's go on to the 5th and final picture. Now, this is a little tricky to answer as well. we can't see what the weather is outside, so we can't tell if it's winter, spring, summer, or fall. But I don't know if it's like this in China. In America, we do the science fair in the second part of the year, the second part of the school year. In America, our second part of the school year is a little bit of winter and then the rest of spring. So, with a little bit of extra information, we can rule out summer and the fall. Okay? So it's either winter or the springtime. Where I went to school, we happen to have our science fair in the springtime. Now this one's a little tricky to answer though, because we just can't tell. But we can make a good assumption with that information I gave that this is either in the winter or the springtime. Okay? Now, what does the student wish for in this picture? Well, we can see he has this big experiment behind him. He has this very big machine. And he looks like he's really smart, like he's been studying and working real hard to build whatever it is he's built. Now, if we read the passage, it will also give us more information. Very good. The student wishes to win the science fair. Very good. That ends section 2. If there's anything you have questions about, please go back to the beginning of the section and review. And you can go over it as many times as you want. Alright? The next part is section 3.